Hey there, today I will be sharing 5 of my family's all-time favorite breakfast casseroles with you. These breakfast casseroles are perfect for any morning. They're great for special occasions, holidays, or so great if you want to meal prep them. Let's get to my kitchen and let's get started. To kick us off today, we're making this breakfast burrito casserole. So to a pan on the stove, add in a pound of sausage. Also, I'm adding in 2 cups of frozen vegetables. These are frozen peppers and onions. This is a super affordable bag other than buying like fresh peppers and onions, and it really works well for this recipe. Now break up that sausage and cook it through. While it's cooking away over to this bowl I have on my countertop, I'm going to crack 12 eggs right into this bowl, then whisk those eggs up until they are well combined. Once your sausage is cooked through, go ahead and add the eggs right in there and scramble your eggs up until they are fluffy. So just give them a really good stir for a couple of minutes. And then once they are fluffy, I'm adding in 1 cup of salsa. You could use any type of salsa. It just gives this added flavor. Give it a stir, and then now it is time to assemble our breakfast burrito casserole. So spray a large casserole dish with nonstick spray. Add some of the sausage and egg mixture down to the bottom of the baking dish. Next, add tortillas over that mixture. I'm using the little street taco tortillas, but you could use any type of tortillas that you'd like. And then this makes for 2 layers, so add some more egg and sausage mixture over that. Then you're going to sprinkle 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese or any cheese over that, and then repeat for a second layer. I do want to let you know, if you want to use bacon instead of sausage, you can. You could use ham. You could use other vegetables to make this vegetarian, like mushrooms. You could really make this breakfast burrito casserole however you would like to. It is so versatile and easy. Now go ahead and bake this in a preheated oven to 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. My husband and I are both originally from New Mexico, and we used to eat breakfast burritos all of the time in New Mexico. Here in Utah, they don't really have breakfast burritos like they had in New Mexico, so this casserole just hits the spot. Also, breakfast burritos are kind of time-consuming rolling each one up if you want to make a large batch, so this is perfect for a larger amount of people, or you could half it for less people. Now we're getting started on this classic hash brown bacon casserole. So I'm cracking 8 eggs into this bowl. After you add all of your eggs in there, add in 2 cups of milk. Now for the seasonings, I'm tossing in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. These seasonings are simple, but this is oh so flavorful. Give this a whisk to break up all of those yolks, and then you are going to set this to the side. Pull out a 9x13 baking dish and spray it with plenty of nonstick spray, just for easy cleanup in the end. Now add in a 30-ounce bag of frozen hash browns. You could use any hash browns that you would like. Now season those hash browns with 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. Next, add in 1 cup of cooked crumbled bacon. I'm just using pre-cooked crumbled bacon, but you could cook up your bacon however you choose to do so. You could use turkey bacon, regular bacon, or you could use sausage, you could use ham, or you could use veggies. After you add that bacon in, go ahead and add in that egg mixture and give this a good stir. You want to coat all of those hash browns in that egg mixture super duper well. Now sprinkle 3/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese over the top. Cover this tightly with foil and bake it in a preheated oven to 350 degrees for 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, go ahead and remove the foil and bake it for 30 more minutes, or until the center of your casserole is no longer jiggly and it is set. We topped ours with a little bit of avocado and sliced green onions, but you could top yours with anything that you would like. This is the perfect classic hash brown casserole that everybody craves during the holidays. This is ultra delicious, and like I said before, you don't have to use bacon. You could use any other toppings that you would like. It is so good. Now we're making this Cheddar Bay Biscuit breakfast casserole. So to a pan on the stove, add in 1 pound of sausage. Next, add in 1 diced yellow onion. Break that sausage up and cook it through. While you do have that sausage cooking away, go ahead and get started on the egg mixture. So into this big bowl, I'm going to crack 10 eggs right in there. After you have your eggs in, add in some seasonings. I'm using a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. Whisk this up to break those yolks. Now that your sausage is cooked through, remove any excess grease from the pan. Now add your sausage into a greased 9x13 baking dish. After you add your sausage right in there, add in that egg mixture that we just made up, and then kind of spread the sausage out a little bit. Bake this in a preheated oven to 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. While this is baking in the oven, we are going to get started on the Cheddar Bay biscuits. So go ahead and pull out a bowl. And into this bowl, add in 1 box of Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. I promise this is going to turn out so good. This is one of my husband's all-time favorite breakfast casseroles. Next, add in the water and the cheese that the back of the box calls for. Then give this a really super duper good stir. If you've ever made one of these Cheddar Bay biscuit packs, you know there's a seasoning packet that comes in the box that you're supposed to mix with melted butter. So that is what I'm doing now. You just mix it together and it is for the end, so I'll set it to the side. Here's what the casserole looks like out of the oven. The egg's not completely set yet. Just scoop that biscuit mix all over the top, and then I kind of spread it out just a little bit. I baked this in my oven for about 12 to 15 more minutes, or until the egg was set and the biscuits were a nice golden brown color on the top. And then once they are out of the oven, just go ahead and brush that garlic herby butter mixture over the top. This casserole is so delicious. You could serve it immediately. Like I said before, this is one of my husband's all-time favorite breakfast casseroles. It is just so flavorful, so yummy, and so comfort food to the max. It is ultra amazing. You have to try this one. Now we're making this cinnamon roll French toast casserole. I have 2 packs of cinnamon rolls right here. Cut each cinnamon roll into 4 smaller pieces. Now set them to the side. Into this bowl, add 6 eggs right in there, and then add in 1 cup of heavy cream. Next, add in a tablespoon of vanilla extract, followed by 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. This mixture makes this out of this world good. Whisk this together to break up all of those yolks. Now go ahead and spray a 9x13 baking dish with non-stick spray. Add those cinnamon roll pieces right into the baking dish. Make sure you kind of scatter them around so they're not touching each other entirely and like in just one area. Then you're going to pour that egg mixture over the top of the cinnamon rolls. You're going to want to stir this super duper well because you want each cinnamon roll piece to be coated in that egg mixture. It just turns out best like that. Bake this in a preheated oven to 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Then pour the cinnamon roll icing all over the top. Then you could serve this up. Look at how delicious this is. I gave some to my sister because she was at my house on this day, and she absolutely fell in love with this. She actually made it at home later that day for her and her friends, but I can't even explain how delicious and easy this is to make, especially great for the holidays. You are going to be obsessed with this Huevos Rancheros casserole. So to begin, into this big bowl, I'm going to add about 12 eggs right in there. Add in about 3/4 cup of milk right now, followed by your seasonings, just a teaspoon of onion powder and dried oregano, then 2 teaspoons of chili powder and a teaspoon of cumin. This will give this so much flavor. Whisk this all together and break the yolks. Now over to my 9x13 baking dish. I am going to spray this with plenty of non-stick spray, just so the egg doesn't stick to the baking dish. Now go ahead and add in about a 32-ounce ounce bag of frozen tater tots. Spread those out, but they don't need to be perfect. Pour the egg over the top, and then you are going to sprinkle everything with about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Bake this in a preheated oven to 350 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes or until the egg has set. We like to top ours with our favorite kind of like taco toppings. I topped mine with a little bit of salsa, sour cream, sliced avocado, and lime today, but top yours with anything that you enjoy. I like to make this for dinner, but you could also make this for breakfast. It is so amazing. Make sure you're subscribed down below the video so you don't miss the next video, and I will see you there. Bye for now.